Morning, this is Troy from the Do-It-Yourself World and the Off-Grid Project. You might notice something different today. The monitor is off and the laptop is on a tray table. I am sitting in the dark. The inverter is off because I have no power. Nothing. Dead. The RV is dead. The laptop is running on battery, its own battery. And the wire you see here is my cell phone. I have lost all power because it is cold in the RV, and my batteries, which do not like cold, are dead. It's cold weather again, and these batteries just do not handle the cold at all. So sometime in the night the inverter shut off, which killed my exterior electric fence and my mouse repellent. And so now I'm using my laptop. I got about 3.5 hours runtime on the laptop's battery. So I'm processing the day's videos in relative darkness here. It's funny, the camera amplifies dark and tones down light. It always does the opposite of what you really want it to do at the time. But anyway, so this is frustrating. The batteries are down to 11.5 volts, although it was only cloudy for a day just yesterday. And 800 watts of solar panels pumping into this place. But with the batteries, they're 60 degrees. And anything below 70 degrees and the batteries get weak. I have to keep them heated in the new tiny house. I have to keep them warm, or I will have struggles again. And I even ran the last of my gas last night in my DC generator to charge the batteries. But as soon as the generator went out, the batteries are cold and they have no power. It's really a weak point in these batteries. So I'm going into town to get some gas. Because I have nothing for anything right now. In the RV I do have my Mr. Heater Buddy while I'm working in here. I do have that as a heat source, and I could use the barrel stove, but I haven't touched it since last year, and I really don't want to mess with it, honestly. So I'm actually going to turn it off because I'm going to go into town. Baby cat fix. Baby cat, can you even try to be cuter? Or does it just come natural? Huh? That's an antique chair that I knew she would get her claws into, so I put her favorite blanket on it, and now it's her bed. That chair is going to go in the new house eventually upstairs. So anyway, the computer is processing the latest video, and I'm going to head to town while that works, get some gas. It's funny, some of you may remember when I got the framing book at Tractor Supply for $5 spontaneously, right when I was ready to start framing the house. And now that I'm working indoors and thinking about trim, there was this at Tractor Supply for $5. Better Homes and Gardens is a very good book. Very good company. It talks about tools and safety and different glues and different types of trim and how to make trim, how to make various things, different styles, different eras and periods and the history behind them, stairways, windows, doors, ceilings, floors. This is really an amazing book. It even covers, it shows you how to make your own stuff in many areas. It goes into fine depth in certain places. Now I won't find one I'm looking for. Here. It goes into depth telling you how to make your own. Really an amazing book. So, I've been studying that, getting ideas for making my own trim for my tiny house on wheels. It's going to be an incredible house. Got the little generator running. Because I've been inside, I've got the charger going. It's still at 12 volts. That's bad. even though I don't know what's going on. Maybe the battery, maybe that battery is bad as well. I haven't had my camera out because it's been very dusty. I've got the sander going here, and you can see all the dust on the counter and on things. But look what I've done in the meantime. I have finally sanded my countertop. It is really smooth to the touch, really nice. Now, I wanted to do this because obviously this is an experiment, and I wanted to see how this turns out before I go ahead and do too much more. And it's incredible. It's absolutely beautiful. So I am going to continue on and finish the rest of the countertop with this material. Now, one thing I did notice is that using various pieces and cuts that was shaved at different times on the saw means I have different thicknesses and different qualities of wood. Like here's a deeper spot that I cannot get out, obviously. There's nothing I can do about that, but that'll add character to the countertop actually. So what I'm going to do is I've used the belt sander, and then I used my fine sander, and then what I will do is I'm going to leave that for now until I'm ready for a final sanding, and then I'll come over this again with super fine paper, super fine sandpaper. It's so smooth, it's unbelievable, it's so very smooth. But I'll hit this again and go over it carefully before I'm ready to varnish, and that way any scuffs and any dirt that it picks up in the meantime while I continue to work out here will be removed. But I think it's going to turn out very well. I like it. And I'm going to have a piece on here to close this off, and then I'm going to make a trim piece that goes all the way around, so it'll have like a raised lip in a way all the way around and along the edges there. So I'll be doing that also before I varnish. So I've got a little bit of work to do here yet. Well, I'm gonna get cutting and gluing, screwing some wood. Well, there I have it all set in place. Nothing's glued yet or nailed, but it's set in place. I'm liking it. I am really liking the looks of this. It's quite amazing. Going to be a lot of sanding though, but it'll be worth it in the end. This is incredible, really amazing. And then when I get the walls up with the pallet wood cabinets and walls, this is going to be an awesome kitchen. So I can't record much because I'm working indoors and creating so much dust. Everything is filthy now. It's going to be a nightmare cleaning this place now, but that's why I'm doing it now while it's warmer days rather than waiting like people suggested. It would be you can't do this in winter, but it sure is going to be worth it. Love my bread nailer. think that's it. Make sure everything's nailed down. That's it. It's on there. There's the kitchen counter. It's going to be incredible. Clear it off here so you can see it. Really going to look nice. There's where the sink goes. Actually, soon I'll be able to put the sink in, but I got to do a lot of sanding yet before it's ready. Sanding and varnishing. It's pretty. It's really pretty. Alright, well, time to get out the sander. I gotta clean off these glue spots so they don't muck up the sander though. And start working it down.